Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to the Great Margarita Hunt. We are on the hunt for the best margarita in the whole world, and we're asking you to come with us and help us find it. The last couple of shows, we've been looking at margaritas that we're making at home, and today, because it's hot as blazes outside, it seemed the right time to use mangoes. It's the season for mangoes, about May to September, depending on where you are, where your mangoes are coming from. All kinds of different mangoes. Some people like the Alphonse ones better. Those are the ones that are all yellow. I went with these because they're ripe and they're easily available in my store. And then we're also going to make them frozen today because it's so hot. That's the right thing to do. So we're going to make a mango margarita, and then we're also going to make a Mangonada Rita. Now, if you've never had a Mangonada before, when you're walking around on the streets, depending on where you are in town, and then also when you're in Mexico, you can buy a Mangonada that has this chamoy in it. We're going to talk about that. This little spicy sauce. And then mango, fresh, juicy, lovely mango with chamoy mixed in and some chili seasoning on it. And you sit and use your fork and eat it. It's delicious. Now, when it's hot like this, what could be better than to make it frozen with the same ingredients, but with some tequila to make it a great Rita. So that's what we're going to do today. I hope you're going to enjoy this. Now, it's the first time we will have used the blender while we were taping or doing videos, so hopefully we'll figure this out right for us. But what I've got is we're going to use a different tequila today. This is the Insolito Blanco, and this is, there's no additives in this bottle or in this tequila, and we're going to try to point that out when we have it. And then when we're making the Mangorita, we're going to use the Cointreau in that as our orange liqueur. For the Mangonada that we're going to use the same frozen chunks of mangoes I just got at my local store, and we're going to use the frozen mangoes, but we're also going to use the chamoy in there. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then we're going to use orange juice in that one, and we're going to use our tequila. And so today, let's see if I can get this top off. I'm going to start with my rims, but for the Mangonada one, we're going to put the Mangonada one in this one. I'm going to put some chamoy on my plate, and I'm going to, instead of using lime, I'm going to use the chamoy on my rim here. So I'm going to do this, and then after I get the chamoy on my rim, now I'm going to stick it in the chili, which I'm using tahini, in the chili salt, which I've shown you in other episodes I really like. So this is going to be spicy. Now, if you didn't want the spicy, you could skip the chamoy and you could skip this chili spice if you want, but that's the intent of this. It's going to have some spice. Now, the Mangorita, my friends, I was making these last night with some friends of mine, and I had several people that do not like the spiciness. And so we just made the same Mangonada, but I didn't put any of the chili stuff on it, and they just ate it like more like a mango smoothie, really, but it had the nice tequila in it. And so that's what we're going to do today, though. Same recipe, and we'll show that to you here in just a second, but you can choose to use the tahini and the spiciness or not. So let's look at the recipe we're going to use for the Mangorita. So I'm going to use tequila, orange liqueur, lime juice, always fresh, remember, frozen mango chunks, agave syrup, and some ice, and mix it together in the blender. So let's get started. Ready? Okay, so my 3 ounces of tequila, here we go. I'm going to use, like I said, this Insolito that doesn't have any additives in it, and I'm excited to try this. So I'm going to do, now 3 ounces, we're making a frozen margarita here. This is that one that go 1. Whoops. Well, that might have been 3 1/4, but that's okay. And I can't think of anything you can add with tequila that would be a little too much there. Okay, and then 2 ounces of the orange liqueur. We're going to use the Cointreau. And this I'm going to pour just to the ounce mark. And do that twice. There we go. And then we're going to have the 1.5 ounces of fresh lime juice. And when I did this, I put it in this bottle to make it easier for me to get my 1.5 ounces of lime juice. Let me do that over here. Now I know there's a label on this. It's because I repurposed the bottle. But we did squeeze those limes fresh, and we're going to tell you that's always so important. And now I'm going to use 1.5 cups of mango pieces. Now I went ahead, I could have frozen these. This is my fresh mango I have here. I could have frozen them, but I bought them at the store. It's easy to have inside the freezer. It's easy to go. But I have also, sometimes I've just thrown in a fresh piece. I don't know exactly why. I think it's because I think it's a little juicier maybe. And since I'm not going to add any other orange juice or anything to this. And I need a cup of ice. Oh, I forgot the agave too. Need to add the agave. So let me get that, maybe a little more ice. I like mine to go. Okay, and then my agave. I forgot to add the agave. Tablespoon is going to be about a half an ounce, what that's going to be. There we go. Just a little bit because that mango is sweet already. These are nice. That's why I love that fresh mango too. You know, you can take the fresh mango, like I said, and just dip it in the tahini. Now this is going to get loud, of course. It says, here we go. If I can put it in the right direction, we'll be fine. Okie dokie. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's see that. I'm going to move this a little bit more. Protect your ears. Now, let's see what this does. Now, this is the one I'm going to use as the Mangorita that we're actually going to use. Here we go. Now, this is thick, isn't it? Looking forward to this. Now, here we go. I would have blended this some more, because I would like to have this a little, this is good. The Mangonada, you see, is going to be really thick. This is really good. Now we're going to put this in. I have to pour this out. Okay, so we finished our Mangorita and we've cleaned out our pitcher. Didn't finish it yet. We haven't tried it yet. We're going to try that here in a moment. But first we're going to make our Mangonada. And I've added some chamoy to the bottom of my glass. And that's like we would with a Mangonada if you were using it with fresh mangoes and just eating it that way. And then we have a tamarind straw. Now I made these. We'll talk about that maybe at the end here when I use them. Mine are pretty sticky, but you can also buy them already made. And it's a traditional part of the Mangonada to have these tamarind straws made with tamarind, coconut sugar, and that you put the chili sauce on it, and it's actually a little labor intensive to do it yourself. It's great when they're already made, but I'll let you know what I think about this after we have one here in a moment. So let's actually mix up the Mangonada. Let's look at that recipe. We're going to use more mango chunks for this one. We're going to use 4 cups of the frozen mangoes, and we're going to use a half a cup of orange juice and 6 ounces of tequila, half a cup of the chamoy, which is what I've started already putting in the glass. And then we're going to use the chili lime seasoning. Okay, so again, I'm going to use the frozen mangoes that I already have ready, bought at my happy local HEB. Who's your local grocer that you go to buy things? If you know a good place, let me know. Wherever you are in the country, let me know where you buy mangoes. Okay. So this is approximately 4 cups. Now it's a lot. So think more like smoothie for this, because it's not going to be liquidy like a margarita. And we're doing this for a full pitcher because we have a whole household that's going to enjoy this with us. Okay, so I put in the 4 cups of the frozen mangoes. Now you could have frozen your own. That would have been great. And I have a half a cup of orange juice I'm going to put in. All right. And then I need my 6 ounces of tequila. And I tell you what, I'm going to use this measuring cup for this time, because instead of you watching me do that all a little bit at a time, I'm going to go ahead and put in my 6 ounces of tequila. Oh, this is going to be so good. All right, and again, this is this Insolito Tequila that we're using. Okay, and what if I make sure I have everything, and then the chamoy. Okay, so I already have that chamoy in there. Now this is going to be loud, right? You saw me struggling. I always have to figure out which way to put this on. Okay, Now here we go. Actually not as bad this time. Isn't that pretty simple? I mean, it's mangoes and tequila, really, right? So we're flavoring it. Nothing to mess it up. That orange juice helps a little bit with that sweetness, too. Yeah, it looks about right to me. Like I said, it's smooth like a smoothie. And so here we go. So I've got that chamoy, that spicy sauce in the bottom of my glass. I'm going to put this on top. Give a little bit of room here. And I might have blended that just a little bit more, but this is good. And then I'm going to put some more chamoy on here. Now you can put a lot on here or a little bit. I've also done this in plastic glasses when you have people outside or by the pool and they can see the layering of it, or another type of glass. But here it goes. Yum, 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 yum. And healthy too, isn't it? Aren't mangoes good for you? I think they get better for you with the tequila, but I think it's good. All right. And now we're going to use one of my, oh, here, I even brought these so you wouldn't have to watch me use my fingers. Okay, now I probably could have made that a little smaller, but that's exactly really what I want. When you buy this in a restaurant, it's usually a little bigger glass perhaps, but they do exactly the same thing here, except maybe not the chamoy. But like I said, it's going to be a little spicy, but the sweet and the cold of the mango all mixed up. And then here we have the Mangorita with just the chili lime. The chili lime salt on the rim. So here we go. This is the Mangorita, the one made with the tequila, the mangoes, and the orange liqueur. Letting it sit there for a moment helped because it's easier to drink. Oh my gosh, that is just delicious. Oh my goodness. I cannot tell you how good that is. I mean, it is super hot outside, and if you don't like the hot, if you're not liking the spicy stuff, that I just did a really light rim. You could have used salt as well, but that is so good. Oh my goodness. I am excited. Here we go for the Mangonada. The Mangonada Rita. I'm gonna have let me have some water. Always try to clear it out a little bit. That was so good. Okay, here we go. Now, I could drink it from the rim, but I'm going to go for the straw. Because it's so thick, you're actually getting some of the stuff on the side. Now that tamarind straw, it's candy. They make tamarind candy. You can use tamarind in Thai cooking, and then for this candy from the Mexico. Oh my gosh, it's so good. That is good. Now for me, it's not really all that spicy. Let me try it from the side. That gets a little bit more kick on that one. I think I just didn't get the chamoy in on that first couple of sips. That sip was more spicy. Okay, this is so good. I think that last bit though is a little spicier because I got more of that chamoy that I have inside the glass. But I'm really enjoying this. And I don't think I can tell you which one I like best. I think it's just different based on what you're having perhaps and whether you want the extra zing or not. Now the straws, to be honest, I will buy them in the future. I was going to show you the whole tamarind process. We'll decide if we're going to do that someday in a future thing. It was a lot more labor intensive, like I said, than I expected. But this is so good, and I do like the flavor of it. So I really like that. But if you didn't have the straws, it would be fine. Put that chamoy on the rim, put it in the chili salt, and do this. I'm loving this. I hope you will try a Mangorita or a Mangonada. I'm going to enjoy every bit of this. And remember, we are on the hunt for the best margarita, whether it's a mango one, a spicy one, whatever kind of margarita, we're on the hunt for the very best in the whole world. And if you will tell us down below where you think we can find a great margarita, we will schedule to go there and let you know what we think. We rate our margaritas from 1 to 5 margarita glasses, with 5 being the very best. If I had to rate these today, they would definitely be 4+, and maybe because the heat outside, it'd be pushing a 5. Because this is so refreshing, it's good. But it's definitely a good 4, I would say that. So we're looking forward to having more margarita episodes with you. Please tell us, like and subscribe. We are going to continue this hunt. The hunt continues. I hope you can do that.